Welcome back to Baby Vulcan Strings. Today we are restoring a Lionel 1957 Jersey Central 611 switcher. Let's open up the box and see how it looks. Horrible camera angle, sorry. So this is how it looks. The shell is dirty, but that I can just wipe off with some Dawn dish soap. Yeah, that's pretty rusty. I could probably get that off with sandpaper. And the guy I got this from said it was sitting under a shower, and it was in a plastic tub, and the tub filled up with water. And let's see if it's seized. Oh, wow. Motor is not seized. Yeah, I can see the armature spinning. I don't know if you can see it. Right in there. It's really difficult to see, but you can kind of see it. Oh, focus. There we go. So, I don't know. Doesn't look that bad. It looks like something I can do if I just take it apart really, like take every single piece apart. But I'm gonna get working on the disassembling. Alright, so I went and got a piece of cardboard because I didn't want to get my table dirty, and also the camera starts shaking. I'm very sorry. I'm still trying to work out a camera setup. So, yeah. Taking the screw out. And another cup. And there's the interior. Alright, so I unsoldered the wires from the motor. Make sure to take pictures so I remember, and got to even it out. It's kind of rusty. Well, I don't even see that side. It's rusty, but the plunger still moves and the drum is spinning. I'm trying to get a good angle at my finger in there. But it's all still working in there, so I think I just like split it and then sandpaper again. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, so I got the motor out, the whole motor assembly out. I just have an empty frame. Well, sorry, I'm just getting over a cold. With the light right there, and thinging vinegar, sanding, wire brushes, that'll be good. And same with everything else, so right now I'm probably gonna pull apart the motor. And I'll record this so you guys can see what the commutator looks like. That's always fun. Excuse me? Alright, so going to that in my parts dish. Oops. That. Parts dish. That's the side. So the big reveal. Oh. Yeah. It's pretty. Yeah. Okay. That's pretty black, and there's a lot of stuff in the spaces. Well. Oh, I'm gonna clean this and Scotch-Brite pad, clean off these because there's a small amount of rust starting on this one. So get that. Also, like, no oil in it. So that I'm definitely gonna have to put some oil in. But yeah, I'm gonna clean out the motor. Alright, so I took, where did it go? Oh. So I took the fiberglass pencil and Scotch-Brite pad and cleaned up real nice and got all the rust off of the sides. So I'm gonna try to take this apart even more, try to get more of the rust and dirt off. Alright, so I've been working on this E-unit, got everything out, then sandpaper and Scotch-Brite, just trying to get everything out. I found this E-unit, I have extras. The only issue is the coil's completely burnt out, so I can use parts from this one and all the parts from this one and hopefully make one functioning E-unit. So, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Alright, so that was a pain, but I got most of the rust off. Get everything in there, and it's working a lot better than before. It's actually cycling, and yeah, now I'm just working on sandpaper and Scotch-Brite pen, just trying to get rust off of this frame. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Alright, so I got the frame looking so much better. There's still, oh, I didn't even see that. There's still a little bit of rust on this end that I'm just gonna like use some de-rust and stuff and just spot clean that. But boy, I'm a horrible cameraman. But it's looking a lot better. Next, what I'm gonna do with this, because this is in honestly really bad shape, I'm gonna get a tub of vinegar. I'm gonna let that soak overnight and then take the shell with a brush and I'm gonna clean up the shell. So, alright, so I rebuilt the E-unit, like you know, and now we're gonna test to see if it works. So right here, that metal part, that's the plunger. So I got it up on my tape measure and get it at an angle so you can see. Alright, 3, 2, 1, oh. It's a little sticky, I should probably put a little oil on the plunger, but it looks like we have a functioning unit. Let's go. Alright, so the unit's good. I'm actually just going to soak this in vinegar. Definitely put the pickup roller in there too, and I might do this underside, but honestly if I just spend some time I can just get that with the Scotch-Brite pad. And I'm gonna take, where'd it go? I just had it right here. There it is. Sorry. Alright, I'm gonna take this, it's an auto detailing brush, and I take Dawn dish soap and that brush and go on this thing, and I'll get it looking like it's brand new. Alright, so I just took the brush and I got the shell all cleaned up. I think it looks amazing. Turned out really good. Cleaned up the headlight, bell, whole thing. Cannot speak today. Turned out really good. While I'm waiting for the rear truck and the power pickups, I am probably going to take the light assembly, try to get the light working, because I had a light bulb in it. I don't know if that works. I can probably test it, and I might see if the motor runs. I'll hook the E-unit up to it, I'll pop it in and see if the motor runs. So I'm gonna do that. I'll come back if I get the light working and the motor running. Alright, so I got the E-unit all cleaned up, and the wires were so brittle they just cracked and fell apart, so we rewired those. Got the motor looking good. I tried to clean up the trucks as best as I could. The light works, the whole wiring system, but just the light bulb I have is broken, so I need to get a new light bulb, and that back truck that's soaking in vinegar is going along very well, and I'll show you that now. I got these parts in the vinegar. They look so much better. I'm gonna take an old toothbrush and scrub and see if I can get all the rust off. Alright, so I just got the E-unit put together because I had to fix everything. So then I connected it to the motor and I tested out the motor, and the coil on the motor is fried. See how dark it is? Oh, hold on. I don't have the flashlight. You can barely see it, but the coil on the motor is fried and it keeps smoking whenever I turn it on. So I'm going to have to get a new motor or a new coil. I'm probably just going to get a new motor. But yeah, the unit works. Works great, actually. But the motor is fried. So I'm going to go get a new motor. So I just got this parts locomotive in, and someone obviously handwrote everything, and I'm going to swap out some of the parts in it. And this has a horn, which I just tested with a battery, and it does work. So I'm going to take the original one and try to use as many original parts from that as possible, and I'm going to build one functioning locomotive. So I got the original locomotive right here. I'm going to take the shell off, take all the parts I need from this, and then I'm going to transfer them to the parts shell. I got the shell off. I'm just going to open up the motor on the parts locomotive to see how it looks. Alright, so this is the parts one. You can see the horn. And I'm going to take off the brush plate. Alright, so I took the screws off, and this is going to be a view of how the commutator looks. Ooh. Brushes. Alright, there we go. Yeah, this whole armature is rusty, dirty, and I could easily clean this, and I'm gonna, but I'm gonna try to keep as many parts original from the original train. So I'm just gonna put the old commutator in here. Also gonna put the old brush plate or whatever you call it. And yeah, I'm gonna do that quick. Here, I'm gonna unsolder this brush plate. Brush plate off, and I was testing the motor and running it a little bit, so got kind of dirty. So I'm gonna clean that back up again, and see, this one is just in much better condition. Even though it's kind of dirty, it's still in better condition. So I'm gonna use this one. So I clean up the armature, and I'm gonna put the armature and brush plate into the new locomotive. Now I'm gonna unsolder all these wires one by one so I can match them up and make sure they all are correct, and I'll get the new brush plate on. I got it all soldered up, got the coil, got all these, and yeah. Okay, looks good, not stripped, not too oily. I'll add a small amount of oil and a small amount of grease, and I'll get that in. And I got this off eBay, and the description said motor runs a little loud, and it said it could use some service, so I'm gonna do that. I got the motor put back together. I tested it, works great, unit works great. And what I'm trying to do is, so in shipping the coupler, this would be the, I think the front coupler. Yeah, front coupler fell off, and I was trying to take this assembly off, but it seems like a lot to take off, so I'm gonna fiddle and try to get that back in. Managed to untwist these, and I was able to get the whole assembly out, so I can take this front truck and drop it to put the coupler in. So, took all this off, got a new coupler back in. The little pin on it was broke. Don't know where it went, but alright, so got the new coupler and it's working good. the pin on it broke. There's supposed to be 2 little slots and there was only one. So I took it off of the old shell. Not shell, just the old locomotive. So that's good. So we got a bunch of original parts and a few of the new parts, mostly just the frame and part of the motor. Mostly everything else is from the original locomotive. And what I'm probably going to do now is get the motor spinning. The wheels still look good, but I'm still going to polish them to get them shiny. And we'll put some grease in all the gears, oil everything up, put it together, get the battery for the horn. And this one doesn't have a light. I might attempt to make a light, but it might not go well. So, yeah. Alright, so I just had the motor running, if this would focus. Had the motor running, shined up all the wheels. I don't know why, but a lot of the footage got deleted, and I don't know where to find it, but I was able to switch the front, ladder assembly from the old locomotive to the new one, so it has a light, and everything works great, and it's fully functioning. So I'll play a video of it right now. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe.